So the new Tamron 70-180 F2.8 for Nikon Z Mount has come out. And honestly, I was not expecting too much because I have never used a Tamron lens before in my life. Well, I've never used them for a shoot in my life. And I wasn't expecting too much because they're generally considered like a more affordable brand, more budget-friendly brand, from what I've heard anyway. So Tamron sent me this lens. They didn't pay me. They're not sponsoring the video and I don't get to keep the lens. I'm sending it back to them, but they sent it to me to test out to see if it was any good. And I'm happy to report to you guys that I'm surprised by it. It's nice and light. It's actually what Tamron is claiming to be the smallest, lightest 70-180 2.8 with vibration reduction, which is awesome. It means you can replace a lens like a 70-200 VR from Nikon, which is a huge ginormous lens. I don't know if you can see it in the background there. It's that lens right there behind my finger. Oh, there we go. That one there. It's a big lens, it's heavy, it's 2.8, it's got vibration reduction, but it's too big. Doesn't fit in my Nanook 935 case. So the 70-180 from Tamron, and also the Z Mount native Nikon one that they make does fit, but the Nikon one I'm pretty sure doesn't have vibration reduction, whereas the Tamron does. Anyway, these are the specs for it right here. Feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, we are going to get onto the test. Now, I took Beck out into a field to test this out. Go and check out Beck's Instagram. She is a model on the Sunshine Coast here in Australia. She did a great job, and so did this lens. It's small, it's lightweight. I was really impressed with the actual speed of the focusing from like background to subject to foreground. It worked really well. And the main thing I think that you should be looking for in a lens for purchasing for yourself is that it doesn't hinder your creativity or your use of your camera. It should feel like an extension of your creativity or an extension of your own arm. Whereas a lens like maybe the 85 1.2, which I love, is very heavy. It's a big chunky lens, whereas the Tamron 70-180 obviously is a much narrower aperture than the 1.2 85, but it doesn't hinder your performance in any way. It's not so heavy. It's actually it's quite nicely balanced with something like the Z6 or the Z8, which is what I tested it on in this video. And honestly, the images are great. The lens flares I found quite nice. A nice bit of flary lens character came in. But I did notice that some of the lens flares, especially when zooming in and out, have a little bit of a, like the lens flare distractingly pulsates as you're zooming in and out. I'm not sure if there's any footage of that, but if there is, I'll put it on the screen. I'm sure you'd get that with a lot of zoom lenses. I don't think it's a major deal breaker, but it might be a little bit annoying for filmmaking. Otherwise, for photos, this lens is perfect. For videos as well, because of that image stabilization in the lens, combine that with the stabilization in the body, you can get some really smooth video. I did test it in video as well with Beck. I also brought it to a wedding. Works great for that. There's no issues. I can't show you any footage from that wedding because they asked me not to post anything from that, so that's just that. But I do think that the lens, although it's nice and small and lightweight, and it is weather sealed, it's got all the gaskets on it, and you got the custom function buttons as well, which are customizable for different tasks, so you can actually switch what the custom function buttons do with the little switch on the side. It doesn't feel as chunky, and I think that less chunkiness, lighter weight makes me subconsciously feel like it's a cheaper lens, or maybe it's not as high quality as the Nikon Z Mount lenses, which I'm sure it's not. But if you can get behind that, or get that out of the way of your mind, I think this lens is a very good option if you want something that is not too expensive, has a really good zoom range, has vibration reduction, and it's pretty sharp too. Like, look at these images, look at the focusing speed. Anyway, I think that's all for this video. That was my first look at this lens. I've sent the lens back to Tamron already. So thank you very much to them for loaning me that lens, and I will catch you in the next one.